Hello, I'm Lucas Chiavini. This is me explaining the last project that I built that I think it's pretty cool to share. So let me share my desktop. So regrets.io is a product that I've built because I used to go on Reddit a lot and seeing all the threads and what people say on the threads. And I wanted a place where I could basically have this an AI summary of everybody that ever said anything about going to college. So you can have like a bunch of comments here and then all the summarization of it. And one thing that it's pretty cool is that there are a lot of things that aren't exactly using the same words but are the same thing. So going to college and going to university, for example. And so in here you can just type going to university and it's going to show everything around the idea of university. So you can see that going to college is right there. Going to University of California, dropping out of college. So it knows that it's around the same terms. And the way that I built this was using AI, more specifically vector DBs. So basically, when you search in go to university, what I do is I compare this with everything that I have on my DB that is a vector, and it finds the whatever point is closer to it. So let's say it finds going to University of Texas. I don't know. So basically, it finds all those things and also going to college. And then it brings back the closest searches. So for people who are not very familiar with vector DBs, basically a DB. Let me change colors here. Basically, when you have a DB, you can have several values here, like say name, description, I don't know, category. I do that too. So on a normal database, you have fields like this. Now when you add a vector DB, basically add another field which is called embeddings. And then what the embeddings do, at least in my case, is we pick from the name, description, and category, and we create basically a whole field with everything the object has. So we pick this, and then we call we used to call different APIs, but now it's just OpenAI embeddings. And what it does is it turns this into something like into something like 0.1, 0.02, 0.233, and on and on. It creates a vector. That's where the vector DB name comes from. So it creates this vector, and this vector is basically the embeddings. Now this is not literally name, description, and category. This is the idea of this sentence. So it's not like it just transformed going to university in a vector. It literally transforms things that are similar to it. UCLA and whatever. It creates this data points and then embeds them. So it's not just literally one thing. It's a collection of things. And then this goes into the embeddings column in the database. And now, what is all of this doing? So Now, in the app, when you type in going to university and you see all of these, what I'm basically doing is go to university, I transform into an embedding, I call OpenAI embeddings, and then I do a search with the embeddings on the DB. Oh, oh god damn. It's too close. Okay, so I do this, and then it returns to me all the things that the search said it's around the same thing. I basically put a threshold of things that I think are close enough, let's say 95% close. And then from that, I actually do something else. Before I return this, I actually call Claude and tell it to basically return to me only the things that it knows it's close, even after the threshold that I put on the search with embeddings. And so the cloud code model returns to me the actual results. I just do this so it's easier to use. People don't have to think about the exact wording of what they're typing. And it's a pretty fun thing to do. I spent some time here just reading what people are writing. Yeah, it makes me laugh. Uh, and I think that's it. That's the gist of how regrets handles searches, and how when you create a regret, going to university, it actually also shows closer to the idea. Let me try creating one. Let me see if it allows me. All right, so yeah, this regret already exists under another name. Now the UI and the UX is not really good for this flow, but at least it doesn't allow you to create duplicates. This also goes into search with embeddings and then a cloud model to tell me if that thing already exists. The next step for this would probably be just uh, sh- put the person in the page with the regret that already exists so they can just type it down. But that's it. Uh, Thanks for listening, and I'll see you the next time. Bye bye.